We share
theoretical and empirical reviews. Title of the paper:
Significances of blowing and suction processes on the occurrence of Thermo-Magneto convection phenomenon in a narrow nanofluidic medium.
Author or authors of the paper: Firstly, let us start with the theoretical review. In the report, the authors adopted linear stability theory and normal mode analysis to examine the dynamics of an electrically conducting Newtonian fluid, the case of thermo-magneto convection or magnetothermal convection, conveying tiny particles through an infinite domain heated isothermally from below, subject to blowing and suction processes.
Thermo-magneto convection is also known as magnetothermal convection. But, what is so special about thermo-magneto convection? Next, let us consider a preliminary introduction.
Ferrofluids are magnetic fluids because they are easily attracted to the poles of a magnet. Also, they are made up of ferrimagnetic, i.e. nanoscale ferromagnetic. Consequently, an external magnetic field could be used to control the heat and mass transfer across the flow of ferrofluids. "50 years ago, the dynamics of ferromagnetic fluids due to convection was examined and instability was noticed. It was remarked that if an external magnetic field is imposed on the dynamics of ferrofluids,
magnetic susceptibility varies due to a temperature gradient.
Then the magnetic body force shall be non-uniform, and such a case is called thermomagnetic convection."
Recently, a scholar referred to such a case as magnetothermal convection and described its occurrence in an inclined cylindrical annulus filled with molten metal. Stabilization of the magneto-convective flux was found to be something that could be influenced by
the radii ratio of the annulus, and the angle of inclination.
Moreover, increasing the intensity of the magnetic field is achievable to attain the best stabilization of the natural oscillatory convection.
The revised Buongiorno's nanofluid model was used to incorporate the thermomigration and haphazard motion of the tiny particles. The emerged equations were solved using Chebyshev's-Lavato spectral method, which is a numerical approach to obtain thermal Rayleigh number as the eigenvalue.
Next is to present the empirical review. The analysis of the results shows that
increasing of blowing tends to boost the temperature distribution across the entire flow medium, but the opposite effect is achievable in the case of suction, as it was found to be a factor capable to decrease the temperature of the fluid.
blowing at the wall causes the distribution of nanoparticles near the upper permeable plate as compared to suction. In other words, suction and blowing influence not only the pressure but also heat energy.
The partial migration of tiny particles can be further enhanced by increasing Lewis's number. This is true because increasing Lewis's number is synonymous with the enhancement of thermal diffusivity.
Blowing provides higher thermal stability of the fluid as it flows than suction.
The magnetic Lorentz forces increase due to the interaction between the electrically conducting fluid and the velocity of the flow, which tends to oppose the upward convective motion of the fluid. Consequently, this increases the thermal stability of the fluid.
The enhanced Lorentz forces as a result of an increasing magnetic Chandrasekhar number improves thermal stability differently between blowing case and suction case.
Suction and blowing affect the haphazard motion of the tiny particles differently, as one weakening the motion while the other enhances it. Acknowledgements. Special thanks to all the editors and reviewers of case studies in thermal engineering, Elsevier Publishing. We share appreciates the contribution of the authors to the body of knowledge.